Well, Joe, it's another eventful evening watching Bath City Football Club. 17 goals in the last 3 games involving your team. How's the heart now?
Yeah, no, actually tonight I feel a lot more in control. I think anyone who's watched that game, and I hear the stream's been really good, so hopefully they've seen a really good controlled performance from us. At 1-0, we looked in such control. They never really caused any problems. We decided not to go and chase the ball tonight, as you saw, and we kept our lines really tight, cut off the passing lines in between. The one moment where we switched off, we just popped out in the centre of midfield, a little too eager and a bit too excitable. And they've got down the side and crossed and scored. And we had a 10-minute wobble. First half I thought we were terrific, and then we had a 10-minute wobble, and they've scored again from a corner. But credit to the boys then, they've stepped to the game plan. I think we've passed the ball, moved the ball a lot better than we have in a long time. I thought our possession was probably very high tonight, and some real good incision as well. We looked to threat down the sides and in behind. And with our crossing tonight, with Freddie coming back into the team, really good balance down the left-hand side. And obviously young James, who's getting better and better each game. They've delivered some really wicked balls in behind their back line. We haven't got the luxury of having someone big and tall, but what we've got a player in Tommy Conway and in Donovan, obviously, who's scoring a lot of goals. And Tommy in particular tonight, I think it's his 8th goal in 11 appearances for us, and for a young 18-year-old, that's terrific.
Said how threatening we looked on the break. James Taylor got forward a lot more than he did on Saturday for the second goal, and it was one of those sort of twists in the space of a minute. They went down, Adam Morgan went down feeling they could have had a penalty, and we broke away straight away in the space of 30 seconds, and you're back to 2-2.
Yeah, no, we always felt we were going to get back in the game. We said there's no good lumping balls forward and changing our shape. We were really happy with our shape. It was just staying patient. And that's something we asked of the fullbacks. We feel as if our fullbacks haven't really been getting out so much in our games this season, but we haven't really had a settled back four. We have to remember tonight, I said to you, we've got Donovan Wilson missing tonight as well, which is a blow to us. Hopefully he's going to be fit for Saturday, because it's not a tear in his hamstring at all, so it might be just a little bit of cramp and tightness. Didn't want to risk him. And then Ryan Clark, he's had this problem with his elbow for the best part of this season, to be honest, and he's been managing it, but it just was so uncomfortable before the game. So comfortable to put Will in goal, so that's affected us a little bit. So credit to the boys, they've gone out there again. I've changed it around a little bit. Lloyd's gone out of the team tonight, but he done fine for us on Saturday, and that's going to happen. We've got that many games. I thought Tom Richards in that role on the left-hand side, and him, Tom Smith, switching across was brilliant. He's full of energy. His pressing's fantastic. Takes us up the pitch as well. So, no, right across the board again. I thought the defensive side of the game, certainly the shape without the ball was really, really good. And then, like you say, we looked a real threat on the counter-attack.
Going back to the Ryan Clark point, I mean, he was on the initial team sheet, so it must have been very late. And you're very lucky that you've got 2 accomplished goalkeepers, because a lot wouldn't. They'd have to throw in perhaps an academy goalkeeper. But, yeah. Will Henry didn't do a lot wrong tonight.
No, we're mindful of that. When I wanted a number 2, I wanted a number 2 that could go in and play. And Harvey Wells-Richards was good enough in the end. He was a very young lad, but he was good enough and went in. But that was something we had to think about really seriously. So Will's done terrific. He's had to stay patient in training. Will I see how Clark is now for the weekend? So it's 2 really good goalkeepers who've got competition for places like everyone on the field. So yeah, we had no problem. I think it was probably 7:38 when we decided that Will was going to play. Ryan was trying his utmost, and I could see in his face. And that's where you have to understand and know your players. I've known Ryan for a very long time, and I could see the discomfort in his face. So we took the decision away from him. It wasn't him. I said, no, let's not risk it. And Will's gone in at a drop of a hat, which shows that he's ready for the game as well. So credit for him. But no, I'm really pleased for the boys again. We're in a really good vein of form, honestly. We don't want to concede as many goals. I don't want to be a Kevin Keegan in Newcastle, which is exciting, I guess, for the fans. Not great for us, because we want to try and keep a solid shape. But even though they scored 2 goals, I don't think they've really cut us open in open play. That one moment I spoke about, and the other one's a corner. Of course, we have to do better with that. But at the moment, we're looking a good side, and we're getting there. Like I said, week on, the relationships are building. There's going to be competition for places. We have to count the bodies now for the weekend. On Thursday night, we'll go in and do a recovery strategy programme and see how they are for the weekend.
Does it help Swindon Supermarine at home next? We played them a couple of times recently. You played them in pre-season. We played them in 2 friendlies really recently, and in the FA Cup last year. So you know a little bit about them, and we know they're not going to roll over.
No, we don't want an event after the Lord Mayor show, do we? That's for sure. So the first thing the boys managed really well was that there was no fans in, and we spoke about it before the game. We're so disappointed with the decision by Baines. It's taken out of our hands, of course, but it has to be right, and we have to respect that and stay patient. I'm hoping they'll be in for the weekend. We don't know at this point, but that would be a massive boost for us. But I think credit to our players tonight that they've made the atmosphere. We always talk about it. We spoke about it before the game. A Tuesday night under lights here is generally really good, but actually when there's no fans, it's quite eerie. But the little fans that were here, some of the staff, were making a real nice noise for us, trying to get behind the boys, stayed with us all the way through. So let's keep our fingers crossed we can get some fans back in here for the weekend, which would be a local derby. I know Lee Spalding, the manager, very, very well over there, and we've had lots of conversations through our time. I know a lot about his team. Obviously, we've played him twice. Very, very determined team, got a great work ethic, and they'll be well drilled. So we certainly won't be underestimating Swindon Supermarine. We'll have to approach this game like any other game, and Jim's telling me there, I think we've lost before to Swindon Supermarine here at Twerton Park, and we certainly don't want that to happen on Saturday, but we'll have to be at our best.
Yeah, that was a 4-3, so pretty much on par with our scores we've had at the moment.
No,
you said you'll be hoping to have fans back, a few players back. You said you mentioned pre-match, but just for those who wouldn't have heard, like Callum Evans, Dan Ball is still missing. Well,
Callum Evans won't, because his mum's tested positive for COVID-19, so he's on a 10-day isolation now. The two Bristol Rovers boys, we were dealt the blow yesterday that Tom Mayhew and Lucas Tomlinson are both on a 10-day isolation. Obviously, Donovan, we'll have a look at him on Thursday. We're hoping he will be fit for the weekend. I think he will. Dan Ball's not too far away, but again, we didn't want to risk him. So it's just the way things are, Mark, at this stage of the season. With the current circumstance we're in, we have to just get on with it. I don't want to look at my phone every day, because every time I look at it, it looks like there's a scanned COVID result coming through, or someone's gone down with something. So all we're doing is managing it, and every manager's the same up and down the country. I have to just stay strong to our beliefs, strong with what we're doing. Whoever team goes in there, I said the 11 tonight was going to be strong enough to win that game, and they've proved it. They're the ones who've gone out and done it. And on Saturday, if we pick a different team or the same team, hopefully we'll be competitive. I'm sure we will. And I think you're then into quarterfinals, aren't you, if you win that one? So I'm not too sure, but we're certainly on the road to having a successful run in the FA Trophy.
I know you wanted to say a few words as well about one of your former teammates, Rob Cousins,
yeah,
who sort of suffered a mild heart attack on Saturday. Someone you must have played alongside around 200 odd times. He's similar age to you, of course.
No, he is, Rob. And listen, I was no one was more shocked than me when I heard the news. He played a game on Saturday, still playing, and he went off and did a 5k run, I believe, on Thursday. I spoke to Dean Birkby yesterday about it. Me and Rob have had a lot of nights out together, a lot of football matches together in the days with Rico, and then of course we got our move to Yeovil together as well, so we spent a lot of time, a lot of successful times together. I was really shocked to hear that, so best wishes for myself, my staff, players and everyone at Bath City for Rob. I believe he's coming home today. He's had a stent fitted, so I'm sure everyone will want to wish him a really speedy recovery. They've got it. It's a good job he's a fit lad, because they got it early. And no, listen, I'll be looking forward to catching up with him soon. And all our best wishes go out to Rob. In these really difficult times, you know, everyone gets stressed about football and bits and bobs, and the COVID obviously is an issue. But when you hear something like that, and Adi Ming's had a similar situation not so long ago as well. These are really close friends of mine, and I know Bath City hold them quite close to their hearts as well as a football club. It's important. It's really important that we look after these people. And like I said, Rob will be fine. He's a fighter. He's in a good place now. Now he's had it done. And as I said, I'm going to look forward to catching up with him soon.
Thanks, Jerry.
Cheers. Thanks, Mark.